काफी लोगों को अपने एक अच्छा गाइड और अच्छा मेंटर ढूंढने में सालों लग जाते हैं. But I feel very lucky and blessed to have found my guru in my own father. A person like me might tell you that he's going to show you magic, but in actual, this is not magic, but this is a certain illusion for your eyes.
Okay.
So you just saw a card which was there, but now it's not there.
True.
What if I tell you that this card is not the only illusion? Actually, the entire deck
Oh
is an
my God.
illusion. Every single card that you see inside the deck is basically a blank card.
तो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका आज के इस इंफोटेनमेंट बेस्ड पॉडकास्ट में, जहां हम मैजिक और माइंड रीडिंग को ब्रेक डाउन करेंगे और समझेंगे दैट मैजिक इज अ साइंस और इट्स एन आर्ट. बिकॉज आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं तुषार राजकुमार, who is India's leading mentalist, and he is also training director in Delhi School of Magic, and he is a person जिन्होंने already 3050 plus stage performances देकर लोगों को हंसाया है, entertain किया है और उन्हें अमेज किया है based on his own skill set. और आज हम उस स्किल सेट को समझने वाले हैं इन स्टेप बाय स्टेप मैनर. और साथ ही साथ उन्होंने ये परफॉर्मेंसेस 30 कंट्रीज में फिजिकली दिए हैं और 9 कंट्रीज में वर्चुअली दिए हैं. सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द इंपॉर्टेंस of this particular podcast and the wisdom of our guest. And so far उन्होंने 23 बार टेलीविजन अपीयरेंसेस भी दिए हैं और उसी के साथ ही इज अ पर्सन जिनको मर्लिन मेडल भी मिल चुका है. और ये एक ऐसा अवार्ड है जो कि मैजिक में टॉप मोस्ट अवार्ड होता है. और साथ ही साथ ही इज ऑल्सो अ TEDx स्पीकर एंड मेनी अदर अचीवमेंट्स सो फार. एंड प्लीज डू वेलकम तुषार राजकुमार AKA TRK, जिनसे हम मैजिक और माइंड रीडिंग के बारे में सीखने वाले हैं और बहुत सारे मैजिक ट्रिक्स भी देखने वाले हैं. सो प्लीज डू मेक श्योर दैट यू बी अ फैंस ईटर. एंजॉय कीजिए इस पॉडकास्ट को, सीखिएगा भी और साथ ही साथ अमेज भी होइएगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर मैजिक ट्रिक्स. And please do make sure that you watch this particular podcast with your friends and your family, because काफी कुछ सीखने को भी मिलेगा और आपको बहुत कुछ amazing experience करने को भी मिलेगा. And enjoy this particular episode. Tushar Raj Kumar sir, welcome to the Achievers Club podcast show. How are you?
Absolutely awesome. Good to see you, Sahil.
That's amazing. And आपका इंट्रोडक्शन देख के थोड़ा सा मैं भी नर्वस हुआ था पहले, बट ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग जब मैं आपसे मिला एंड इट वाज द टाइम, आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड, आपको आपके पापा को मिलके एंड इवन योर सिस्टर, it was like I was getting attracted towards your aura, and it's blessed to have you here because you are in the form of celebrity for me. Honestly, the person who has so far done 3050 plus stage performances, उसके बाद 30 plus countries physically and 9 plus countries virtually, and then काफी सारे टीवीज पे भी performances हो चुके हैं. So in the form of celebrity you are here. So how does it feel, first of all?
It feels great to be on your podcast, Sahil, and it feels great to be able to achieve all of this. And I didn't mean to nervous anyone. I want you to be as comfortable as you are while speaking to a friend or a brother. Consider me that. And thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I feel that whatever I have achieved is not purely my achievement. It's because of my mentor, my guru, my guy, my my family around, those who have supported me, and also because of the unlimited opportunity that Almighty served us, and because of which I was able to do all what I have done so far. So yeah, that's what it is.
परफेक्ट. सो आपकी जर्नी पे करंट स्टेज पे पहुंचने से पहले थोड़ा पास्ट जान लेते हैं. लाइक व्हाट वाज योर चाइल्डहुड लाइक, एंड जैसे आपने बताया आपके मेंटर्स जो हैं, आपका एनवायरनमेंट बहुत आपको सपोर्ट किया है. सो हाउ इट ऑल स्टार्टेड एंड हाउ यू केम टू दिस व्हाट यू आर डूइंग राइट नाउ.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you in a very quick manner. So I feel very lucky. काफी लोगों को अपने एक अच्छा गाइड और अच्छा मेंटर ढूंढने में सालों लग जाते हैं. But I feel very lucky and blessed to have found my guru in my own father. So my father is my guru, and let me tell you a little about himself. He started doing. Uh, so he is an art lover right from the very beginning. He comes from a very struggling family, and he has learned the art of calligraphy, painting, and has also sold paintings on red lights. So that's the kind of background he comes from. He has always been an art lover, और जिसकी वजह से उन्हें स्टेज पर चढ़ के एंकरिंग करना और शो को होस्ट करना, ये सब भी अच्छा लगता था। और उस समय पर उन्हें अलग अलग जो भी मौके मिले उन्होंने वो यूज किए। एंड आफ्टर डूइंग हिज ग्रेजुएशन ही managed to get a job in a company. And while he was working there, he one fine day saw a madari performing magic on streets. जैसे वो पुराने जमाने में मदारी आते थे गली कूचों में और वो जादू करते थे, तो पापा को देखकर ये लगा, काफी सारे लोग चमत्कार समझते थे उस जमाने में। आज भी अगर आप टीयर 2 टीयर 3 सिटीज में चले जाओ तो लोग चमत्कार समझते हैं इसको। पर पापा को ये समझ में आ गई थी दैट दिस इज नॉट अ चमत्कार, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज लॉजिकल एंड कैन बी लर्न, एंड दिस इज हाथ की सफाई। सो ही समहाउ मैनेज्ड एंड कन्विंस्ड द मदारीज, उनके पीछे पड़ गए, उनको दाल चीनी आटा देकर बाटर किया। हालांकि वो सिखाते नहीं थे आसानी से, पर उन्होंने कुछ ना कुछ उनसे सीखा। And finally, he understood the psyche of magic, and he understood that there are certain techniques, if used and presented correctly, can he can definitely make a living out of it. ये उनकी खुद की जजमेंट थी। और उस समय पर 1982 में इस चीज को सीखते 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 उन्होंने धीरे धीरे पार्ट टाइम शोज करना शुरू किए। उनकी पहली अर्निंग उनके शो से उन्हें 10 रुपए की हुई थी। ये ऐसा वो हमें बताते हैं कि उन्हें पहले शो से 10 रुपीज की फीस मिली थी। एंड टुडे ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट musician across India, and he has been traveling across the world even more than me. And so his journey started in 1982. In 1989, he got married and he left his job and became a full-time professional performer. 7 साल उन्होंने स्ट्रगल किया, उसके बाद उन्हें रियलाइज हुआ कि जितना वो पूरे महीने में सैलरी कमाते हैं उतना वो 4-5 दिनों में उससे ज्यादा ही बना लेते हैं। So he decided to quit his job and then he came into it full time. 1990 I was born. मेरे जन्म होते ही मेरे चारों तरफ मैजिक था। और तकरीबन 2.5 साल की उम्र में मैंने पहली बार अपने फादर को परफॉर्म करते हुए देखा अपनी नेबरहुड में। मेरे को मदर वहाँ लेके गई थी। और वो शो खत्म होने के बाद मेरे फादर ने मेरे से पूछा कि तुषार, वुड यू लाइक टू लर्न मैजिक? एंड आई जस्ट एज अ किड आई सेड यस, व्हाई नॉट, मुझे भी सिखाओ। तो उन्होंने मेरे को 2.5-3 साल की उम्र में जो प्रिपेयर किया, वो मुझे एक बेबी शो में लेके गए। और उसके बाद एक शो था जिसमें काफी सारे ऑडियंस मेरे सामने बैठी थी और मैंने तकरीबन 20-25 मिनट तक, तकरीबन आधा घंटा तक परफॉर्म किया। एंड द एंटायर ऑडियंस stood up and applauded for me. That was in Karnataka, Udupi, the very first time I was performing in front of such a huge crowd. And my parents were really happy. My mom was really happy to see all of that happening. And I was a little kid, about 3.5 years old. And yeah, so that's how it all began. And then started learning from him. That's how it is.
That's amazing. Like बचपन से ही आपने ये सब सीख लिया. So a very quick question based on that. जब आप स्कूल जाते होंगे, so in front of your friends काफी cool लगता होगा.
करेक्ट, बहुत
So
कूल लगता था।
हाँ, so like क्या वो बोलते थे like do this magic trick in front of us or something like that?
ऑफ कोर्स, सो इनिशियली जब मैं स्कूल गया तो मैंने मैजिक पे इतना ध्यान नहीं दिया,
हाँ हाँ.
क्योंकि जब मैं छोटे होते सीखा था फादर से, उसके बाद आई थिंक वो उनका ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट था अपने बच्चे को मैजिक सिखाना और म्यूजिशियन के तौर पे परफॉर्मेंस करवाना। हर एक फादर का होता है कि मेरा बच्चा कुछ ना कुछ करे, कुछ
True.
क्रिएटिव करे, कुछ डिफरेंट करे। हर पेरेंट्स चाहते हैं कि उनका बच्चा अर्ली एज में कुछ नया सीख जाए। तो आई थिंक वो, मोर देन माई इंटरेस्ट, इट वॉज देयर इंटरेस्ट टू मेक मी डू ऑल ऑफ दिस।
Mm-hmm.
But then when I entered my school, I started going to first, second, third class. मेरा इंटरेस्ट जो था मैजिक से वो काफी हट चुका था। एंड आई बिकेम अ बुली इन माई स्कूल। मैं बच्चों को परेशान करता था और मेरे को कोई ज्यादा अटेंशन नहीं देता था। एंड ज्यादा दोस्त नहीं बनते थे। टीचर ज्यादा अप्रिशिएट नहीं करती थी क्योंकि पढ़ाई में बहुत एवरेज था। And so in order to, I was like enough in a constant fight in my own mind to get attention from my friends, my teachers, and make good friends.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I finally came home and I saw dad कि वो कुछ प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। और मैंने उनको बोला कि पापा आपने मुझे मैजिक सिखाना बंद क्यों कर दिया, आप मुझे सिखाओ ना। तो ही सेड दैट वो एक्चुअली में उस दिन बोले कि तूने इंटरेस्ट दिखाया, मेरे को भी लगा कि तुझे सिखाना चाहिए, तो मैंने तेरे को छोटी उम्र में सिखा दिया। बट अगर तू उस इंटरेस्ट को कंटिन्यू नहीं करेगा, तू उसको प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेगा, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट मी टू टीच यू एंड डोंट एक्सपेक्ट मी टू गिव यू ऑल द सीक्रेट्स ऑफ मैजिक जस्ट लाइक दैट, क्योंकि तू मेरा बेटा है। सो I told him, no, I would love to understand what is it. मुझे आप सिखाओ, मैं इसको कैसे सीख सकता हूँ. And then one fine day, he taught me how to vanish a coin. And that's how I kind of now, through my own interest, through my own willingness to learn magic, I started learning from him. And स्कूल में बाय चांस उसको प्रैक्टिस करते करते आप घर पे इतना प्रैक्टिस करते हो कि आपके हाथ वैसे चलने लग जाते हैं. तो
True.
क्लास में बैठे बैठे मेरे एक दोस्त ने मुझे देख लिया एंड ही पॉइंटेड आउट दैट हे तुषार, did you just vanish the coin? Can you show that to me again? And I just going against the rules of magic because you cannot repeat the trick. I just showed him again, and he was again mesmerized. He said, "Do it again." And I realized कि अगर मैं इसको बार बार करता रहूंगा तो वो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे पकड़ लेगा. तो मैंने उसको मना कर दिया और फिर मैं वापस घर आ गया जब छुट्टी हुई. तो मैंने डैड को बोला मुझे और चीजें सिखाओ, क्योंकि अब मेरे फ्रेंड्स जानते हैं कि मैं मैजिक करता हूँ, तो वो मुझे 100% बोलेंगे और दिखाओ. So
हाँ.
that's how the journey started. It looked really cool because I had a lot of painters, I had a lot of singers, dancers, actors in my school, but no magician. I was the only one, and that was probably the most unique thing that teachers can ever see. Even my principal appreciated. I became I became a regular feature in every school function, every annual assembly, every annual function, every assembly. If there is a slot, they used to give it to me, and they used to tell me to perform for the entire audience of kids. And that's how I used to get different opportunities, and my school kind of gave me a lot of exposure in terms of going out there and expressing yourself and presenting yourself. Yeah.
That's cool. So it's like बचपन से ही you got an opportunity to explore yourself and to actually
Correct.
upgrade yourself, because honestly बहुत सारे schools ऐसे होते हैं जहाँ पे बच्चे खुद नहीं करना चाहते, even though teachers are pushing them, but still students don't want to explore themselves या फिर वो कोई activity में involve नहीं होना चाहते. But you were the first in your school in terms of magic and all. So before jumping forward into magic and your own expertise, that is mentalism, थोड़ा सा magic को जान लेते हैं. Like magic को मुझे like even for me, break that down, whether it is science, whether it is what it is all about.
Okay, so magic in simple form, when something is done beyond the possibility of science and technology, when something is done which defies science for you, which defies logic for you, is termed as magic. तो अगर आप आपकी लॉजिकल बाउंड्री के विदिन, आपके माइंड की लॉजिकल बाउंड्री के विदिन जो चीजें हैं वो लॉजिक है, और जो उसके बाहर है वो मैजिक है. सो फॉर पर्सन हु डजंट नो, जो लोग नहीं जानते, दे माइट कंसिडर इट एज सम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ चमत्कार, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ साधना, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ वुडू एक्सपेरिमेंट, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ स्पूकी थिंग. And for those who understand, this is a mere trick, a sleight of hand, using principles of science, mathematics, using some technology, using a lot of other things, and fuse it to give you a nice combination known as magic. Having said all of this, for me and for every good magician, magic is not a trick or a sleight of hand. Magic is a feeling that a person like me gives to you, that sense of wonder that comes to your mind, that amazement that finally fills your heart. अरे ये कैसे हुआ? अरे wow, that wow is magic. Because the magic is not that trick or that technique that I have used to mesmerize you. The magic is the feeling that I have, the emotion that I have given you, the what should I how should I say this? The magic is basically that moment that I made you feel that wonder in your mind. So that moment of emotion that I created inside your mind is basically the real
Hmm, that's true.
magic. That moment that will now remain with you forever, etched in your heart. That dude, one fine day I was there and I saw something like this, and I don't know how was that done, but it was magical. This experience that stayed with you forever, that will not stay with you forever, is actual magic. So that feeling is magic basically for a person, more than doing a trick. The principle behind or that process, I think that feeling that someone like me who gives you that feeling is basically magic. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the basic of what magic is all about according to the basic audience and as per the magicians itself. And थोड़ा सा इसको और ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं बिकॉज ऑनेस्टली फॉर मी जैसे कि आपने बताया फॉर द बेसिक ऑडियंस इवन आई एम कंसिडरिंग माई सेल्फ एज अ बेसिक ऑडियंस बिकॉज आज तक मैंने जो भी मैजिक शो देखा है दैट वाज जस्ट योर्स एंड योर फादर्स इन एफबीआर so that was my first and the only experience I have done so far. So because for me it was an amazing experience. I was like, how is it happening? And बहुत सारे एक्टिविटीज आपने किए थे. So is it just like जैसे कि आपने बताया बहुत सारे लोगों को थोड़ा जादू लगता है, इट्स लाइक इल्यूजन, इट्स लाइक फीलिंग इमोशन व्हाट्सओवर, बट उसके बैकग्राउंड में लाइक लेट्स अज्यूम एज यू मेंशन लाइक आपने चाइल्डहुड में वो कॉइन को वैनिश किया था, इट्स लाइक गायब किया था, राइट? एंड देयर आर मेनी अदर एक्सपीरियंसेस आल्सो. So how do we do that? Actually, how do we do that?
Okay, I cannot reveal the technique or the process how a magician does it, but I can obviously tell you that whatever we do is very, very much learnable. It's logical, and it comes from the field of science. It comes from the field of mathematics. It sometimes comes from the field of manipulating your body. So, or sometimes comes from the field of sleight of hand when you perform something, and you it also comes from the field of misdirection. So I show you this hand, but I'm doing something with the other hand. I misdirect your attention. I manipulate your mind to think of something, whereas I'm doing something totally different in my mind. So a lot of things. So all these different branches, which is science, which is technology, which is mathematics, which is body manipulation, which is misdirection, physics, a lot of these different subjects, a person like me combines the logic behind all these subjects together to serve you something totally illogical.
Okay.
So, vanishing a coin is a sleight of hand, is हाथ की सफाई basically. How we hide the coin, what we show you, that's basically an art. And when it is done seamlessly, perfectly, it becomes magic. दो वो कहीं ना कहीं हाथ में ही छुपा होता है, आपको नहीं पता लगता. That's the only difference. अगर मैं कुछ गायब कर सकता या कुछ पैदा कर सकता, मान लीजिए कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि मेरे शो देखने के बाद कि सर वो मेरे फादर का एक फोटो इफेक्ट है जिसमें वो एक कागज को जलाकर राख से बहुत सारे पैसे बनाते हैं.
Correct, correct.
Makes a lot of money, like brings out a rain of money out of his hands.
Correct.
तो अगर वो एक्चुअली में कागज को जलाकर पैसे बना सकते हैं, तो मुझे और उनको इतनी मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं है. पूरे वर्ल्ड में जा जाकर शोज करते हैं, हम पैसे कमाते हैं, वी मेक आवर लाइवलीहुड. तो हम घर पे बैठकर सिर्फ यही कर रहे होते हैं. या आज मैं आपके सामने पॉडकास्ट ना दे रहा होता,
True.
मैं सिर्फ कागज ही जलाकर बस पैसे ही बना रहा होता और मेरा शायद खुद का ही बैंक होता. तो जो भी हम लोग करते हैं उसके पीछे में एक लॉजिक होता है जो ऑब्वियसली मैं ऐसे पब्लिकली एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता. देयर इज अ प्रोसेस थ्रू विच वी ट्रांसफर द आर्ट or any other art form. So yeah, that's what it is.
Perfect. So by respecting all the due diligence, but जैसे आपने बताया like we do vanish the coin और वो it's like हाथ की सफाई as you mentioned, but वो exist करता है, right?
By that you mean?
So let's assume you are doing any activity, coin वाला ही, and in terms of magic वो दिखता है कि like वो coin चला गया, it has got disappeared, but वो कहीं ना कहीं exist करता है.
Absolutely. So I'll answer this question in a little elaborated way. So
Yeah.
whatever magic we do is basically, to your eyes, that is making impossible possible.
True.
आपके लिए सिक्का गायब नहीं हो सकता. एक पीस ऑफ आयरन है, वो आयरन कैसे गायब हो जाएगा?
True.
उसको तो डिकम्पोज करने में ही बहुत टाइम लगता है. नेचुरल प्रोसेस ऑफ साइंसेस, अगर किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को टोटली वैनिश करना तो डिकम्पोज होना चाहिए, वो मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा. तो एक आयरन, एक पीस ऑफ, एक लोहे के टुकड़े को कैसे कोई इतनी जल्दी गायब कर देगा? तो आई जस्ट मेड समथिंग इम्पॉसिबल looked possible, and that's what became magic for you.
Correct.
Whereas I actually created an illusion of me vanishing a coin. मैंने आपकी आंखों के लिए एक ऐसी चीज रियल कर दी जो कि एक्चुअली में नहीं है रियल, बट आई क्रिएटेड दैट इल्यूजन फॉर योर आईज, एंड इट्स क्रिएटेड एट अ लेवल कि वो बिल्कुल रियल दिख रही है कि हाँ यार सिक्का था अभी और अभी वो गायब हो गया.
करेक्ट.
तो ऑब्वियसली वो एग्जिस्ट करता है, वो गायब नहीं हुआ. इट्स जस्ट माय वे ऑफ प्रेजेंटिंग दैट लिटिल कॉइन इन अ वे कि वो शायद आपके लिए गायब हो गया. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई माइट एंड अप रिवीलिंग व्हाट आई एम नाउ गोइंग टू शो यू. But what I'm now
मैजिक.
going to show you is this. I have a little coin in my hand, as you can see. Let me just, my mic goes a little far. So can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see this right now?
Yes.
Like the coin is pretty much visible to you.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this coin and keep it inside this hand. Can you see that?
Yes.
What all I will be doing is I will just be giving it a gentle blow. Can you see this?
Yes.
Gentle blow. And I will just rub it, rub it, rub it, and it slowly vanishes. Now you might be wondering that I'm holding it in the other hand. No, it's not even here. It's not even here. It's not even here. It's nowhere. But the coin is there. The coin hasn't got vanished. मैंने अपनी जेब में से 1 रुपया निकाला, वो गायब नहीं कर दिया. तो मैं लॉस में नहीं हूं, वो है. बट वो कहाँ गया, कैसे गया, कब गया, दैट्स द साइंस ऑफ स्लीट ऑफ हैंड. वो मैंने प्रैक्टिस इतनी की है कि मैं कब रखता हूँ, कब वैनिश करता हूँ, कब आपकी अटेंशन ग्रैब करता हूँ, कब आपकी अटेंशन को मिसडायरेक्ट करता हूँ और वो आपकी आंखों के सामने से ही वो चला जाता है बिना ये जाने कि कब गया. दैट्स व्हाट द आर्ट इज.
That's amazing. And okay, so फिर से पॉकेट में आ गया वो.
हाँ, मैं वही चेक कर रहा हूँ, मेरे पॉकेट में होना चाहिए. या इट्स राइट हियर.
That's
So
amazing.
we keep creating a lot of illusions. So this is an illusion of a coin walking on my fingers. This is all practice. This is all sleet of hand.
Yeah.
I can do this almost multiple times. Can you see a coin right now in my hand?
Yes.
Right now there.
Yeah.
What all I will have to do is I will just have to keep it in this hand and not in this. What all I will do is I will just say, no, I have not eaten it. It goes, it's not even here, it's not even here. It's gone. I did the same thing again. So that's what it is.
That's next level.
In fact, to show you, I have a 10 rupee here and a 2 rupee coin here. If you are able to see,
Yes, yes.
I don't know whether it's visible in the camera or not, but this is a smaller value coin. This is a 10 rupee coin.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I'm sure that you can now see.
Yes, yes.
What I will do is right in front of your eyes, I'm holding the 10 rupee coin here and a 2 rupee coin here, or the smaller value coin here. What I will do is I will keep this 2 rupee coin. This is my left hand.
Yes.
Okay. This is the hand which is near to the mic is left.
Yes.
I'm going to take the 2 rupee coin. I will keep it in my left. Okay. And right in front of your eyes, I will take the 10 rupee coin and keep it in my right.
Yes.
Now tell me, where is 2 and where is 10?
2 is in left hand and 10 is in right hand.
2 is in this one?
Yes.
And 10?
Right hand.
What if I tell you that there is nothing here? And both the coins are here.
Oh my God.
So, did I actually magically transfer that coin to the other hand? या फिर मैं ऐसे ही किसी की जेब से पैसे अपनी जेब में ला सकता हूँ? हाँ, इसका आंसर है yes. But क्या ऐसा एक्चुअली हो सकता है? क्या ये रियल है? क्या ये एक्चुअली में वहां से गायब होकर यहाँ प्रोड्यूस हुआ? नहीं. ये मैंने आपको दिखाया कि मैंने वहां रखा था, जबकि मैंने वहां रखा नहीं था. सो आई एम रिवीलिंग माई सीक्रेट नाउ. व्हाट आई डू इज आई शो यू दैट आई एम कीपिंग दिस कॉइन हेयर. कॉइन यही है, अभी कॉइन यहीं पर है. मैं ये कॉइन दिखाता हूँ और ये कॉइन यहाँ रख देता हूँ. आपने देखा यहाँ पर? बट एक्चुअली मैंने वहां कॉइन रखा ही नहीं है. कॉइन तो यहीं पर है. So I've just revealed it. So this is just one process. There are a lot of different techniques through which we create an illusion of magic. Magic actually में तो real नहीं होता, but it is presented in a way that it looks real.
That's true. That's really
So
true.
that's what it is.
That's correct. And इसको थोड़ा सा प्रोफेशन वाइज फिर से आते हैं. लाइक यू आर लीडिंग मेंटलिस्ट ऑफ इंडिया एंड आपके पापा जो है वो इल्यूजनिस्ट है. सो
Correct.
इनमें डिफरेंस क्या है?
Good question. So just like any gynecologist who deals in maternity, just like any pediatrician जो कि बच्चों के डॉक्टर होते हैं specifically, just like ऑन्कोलॉजिस्ट जो कि सर्जरीज और ये सब करते हैं, तो ये डिफरेंट स्पेशलाइजेशन है ऑफ अ डॉक्टर. न्यूरोसर्जन, आई स्पेशलिस्ट, ऑर्थोडोंटिस्ट फॉर टीथ्स एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. सो ये बेस लाइन पर सारे एमबीबीएस करते हैं, पहले एक डॉक्टर बनते हैं, उसके बाद दे स्पेशलाइज इनटू डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस. सिमिलरली इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ मैजिक ऑल्सो बेसलाइन पर सभी मैजिशियन होते हैं. दे फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड द आर्ट ऑफ magic, the basic principles of magic, and then they specialize into becoming an escape artist or maybe a illusionist, conjurer or a manipulator or a mentalist. तो ये different branches हैं. ऐसे बहुत सारी और भी branches होती हैं magic की. But to tell you the basic difference between illusionist and mentalist, illusionist is somebody technically for us is somebody who creates large, big size, mega size productions on stage, who vanishes a girl from stage, who creates the illusion of vanishing a girl from stage. So कोई stage से कोई लड़की गायब नहीं हो जाती, but we create that illusion for the audience of vanishing the girl from stage or putting her into boxes and cutting her into different pieces and then restoring the girl again. और जब magician एक बॉक्स में बंद होके अपने आप को गायब करके कहीं और से आ जाता है, all that mega level large scale production that you see on television or when you go and watch a show buying a ticket, all that stuff is done by an illusionist basically. So somebody who does massive big scale magic acts is basically an illusionist who constantly is creating an illusion for you to watch on stage.
Okay.
Is an illusionist. A mentalist is somebody who plays with mind, who plays around the world of psychology, who can sense what you are thinking, who can give you an illusion of reading mind. So again, it's an illusion of reading mind and not mind reading as it suggests. But yeah, that's what it is. So a person who specializes in playing with the mind and then doing the entertainment of his audience is a mentalist.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
ठीक है, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज्ड हूं बट वील जस्ट फिगर दैट आउट.
एक और बड़ा मेजर डिफरेंस, एक इल्यूजनिस्ट के लिए एटलीस्ट 8-10 लोगों की टीम चाहिए होती है, बड़ा सेटअप चाहिए होता है, बड़े बड़े बॉक्सेस चाहिए होते हैं, लाइट एंड साउंड स्टेज सेटअप चाहिए होता है, जिसको वो सेटअप करते हैं और फिर वो वहाँ एक इल्यूजन क्रिएट करते हैं फॉर द ऑडियंस. जो वो आके बैठती है, वो देखती है कि अरे वाह, लड़की हवा में उड़ रही है, लड़की कट गई, अभी जुड़ गई, फिर वो वैनिश हो गया, फिर उसने एक बॉय को गोरिल्ला में कन्वर्ट कर दिया, एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ happens on big illusion. For a mentalist, there are no props required, nothing. You and your mind is his prop. So there is no setup, no such thing required. A mentalist just plays around the world of psychology and uses the principles of different techniques that we learn as a mentalist, and then he demonstrates his art of mind reading.
Perfect. Now it's clear. So जैसे कि मैंने आपका प्रोफाइल वगैरह भी चेक किया, आई एम फॉलोइंग यू सिंस सो लॉन्ग. बहुत सारे आपके रील्स वगैरह आते हैं वेयर यू आर एक्चुअली रीडिंग पीपल्स माइंड, एज यू मेंशन, लाइक इट्स द इल्यूजन ऑफ रीडिंग पीपल्स माइंड. सो
Correct.
लाइक बहुत सारे मैंने ऐसे भी रील्स देखे हैं वेयर यू आर जस्ट अनलॉकिंग पीपल्स फोन एंड एवरीथिंग लाइक दैट. सो
Correct.
वो कैसे होता है? लाइक लेट्स अज्यूम देयर इज माय फोन, मैंने आपको दिया एंड यू आर जस्ट अनलॉकिंग माय फोन by reading my mind in an illusionary format or something like that. What's that?
What's that? Okay. Okay. I again, I will like to say that this is something that I cannot reveal. What's that?
Yeah.
But yes, uh, when I do something of this sort, it's basically coming out of the principles of deception, number one. It is coming out of the principle of me understanding how you're going to respond to certain things. It has a lot of things. It has me misdirecting your mind, manipulating your mind, and telling you to think of the subject. But at the same time, I also pass on certain instructions through which I understand and I get the information. And that is something that I cannot reveal. So there are a lot of things which we combine through which we somehow perceive the information and then we reveal it. So we get you in a process, we talk to you, we make you do certain things to which you respond correctly, and then we understand and judge you on the basis of which we are able to read your mind. तो अगर कोई ये सोचता है कि मेंटलिस्ट चलते फिरते आपके दिमाग को पढ़ लेगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. लिटरली मेंटलिस्ट हैज टू गेट इनटू अ कॉन्वर्सेशन विद यू, डेवलप अ कॉन्वर्सेशन विद यू, एंड दे पास यू सर्टेन इंस्ट्रक्शंस, कुछ सजेशन जिसको हम बोलते हैं, and then through which we finally understand how you are thinking and how you are behaving and what kind of information I can get from you, and that's when we read your mind, give you an illusion of reading your mind. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like again it's a technique. And एक चीज और जाननी थी मुझे, like let's assume you are reading somebody's mind, you have that technique. Let's take for example, right now I'm completely novice, so you are reading somebody's mind ताकि आप उनका फोन अनलॉक कर लो. So अगर let's assume you are unlocking my phone और मैं अपने दिमाग में गलत चीज सोच रहा हूँ, like my password is something different. Let's assume my password is 1234, but I'm thinking of 5678. So will you be able to read that I'm depicting something wrong or something like that?
There is a fair possibility of a mentalist going wrong when you are trying to mislead the mentalist. But having said that, we have our own ways of understanding human behavior. When we talk to you, we understand what kind of a person you are and how you can behave. Specifically, for a mentalist, it is very important to know whether the person is going to cooperate or whether the person is going to heckle. By heckle, I mean whether the person is going to take that chance of mysteriously trying to fail you or do something.
True.
So we have this knack, we have this understanding, and we very quickly understand that whether we have to play or we have to play, like we play it very safe, and we understand that how. So a good professional like me will be able to still get, even if you try to misdirect me.
Okay, that's perfect. And start में तो कभी कभार ऐसे experiences हुए होंगे where you went wrong or something like that.
Yeah, so absolutely. जब हम लोग practice करते हैं, if we do not deliver 99 point, like if we do not deliver 100%, if our delivery is 99.99%, then it's a failure. Because even 0.09%, somewhere or the other, the person understands that this is some sort of a trick and not magic, and not something which is unreal, something which is not possible. So that not possible comes only when we deliver 100%. सो यस, बट हैविंग सेड दैट, काफी बारी ऐसा हुआ है कि हम लोग फेल हुए हैं, बट ऑडियंस की नजरों में नहीं, हमें पता है कि हम फेल हुए हैं, तो हमारे पास उसका बैकअप होता है. वी नो वेयर वी आर टेकिंग यू टू, and we know that we have somewhere or the other failed this, but then we try and deviate you and take you totally something, uh, take you to a totally new place where you don't know where we are taking you to. So we have a backup for everything that we do, and that's how we are able to sustain our performance. So yeah,
that's true. That's really true, because
even today when I perform on stage professionally for my audience, I tend to keep certain backups and I tend to keep certain way outs for my own self if I get stuck somewhere during the show. So that's what it is.
Okay, so even this is like जैसे लाइफ में हमें बैकअप्स रखने जरूरी है, even in your profession as well we need to keep backups. So let's
Correct.
take for the audience, because you are training director of your own Delhi School of Magic. So can you describe more about your thing as well, like what you are doing professionally, so as you can also teach people कि हम लोग कैसे सीख सकते हैं and something like that, and then we will move forward towards magic because मुझे भी देखना है.
Definitely. So, Delhi School of Magic is basically a school which enables a lot of magic aspirants to learn the art simply. And Delhi School of Magic was established in 1995 by my father, and in the with the mindset of spreading the art, because वो हमेशा believe करते हैं कि जब तक कला नहीं बटेगी तब तक कलाकार उठेगा नहीं. So if you have to uplift the art form, you'll have to like if you have to uplift the artist, you have to uplift the art form. So he knew that कितना उनको मुश्किल स्ट्रगल हुआ था जब वो इस आर्ट को डेवलप कर रहे थे. तो वो नहीं चाहते कि अगर किसी और को डेवलप करनी है तो उनको ज्यादा मुश्किल हो. So that's the reason why he established the banner and started doing magic workshops, magic courses in different vocational centers, tying up with schools and going to different cities also. So we have done a magic workshops in Jaipur, Chandigarh, Udaipur. We are from Delhi, obviously in Delhi, many workshops in Delhi, in Shimla, in Goa, in Kurg, in different parts of like India, and sometimes for different corporates. We trained a lot of staff of Club Mahindra resorts across India by training their waiters, their housekeeping staff, their reception staff, in terms of how to magically produce a key for your client, to give them an experience throughout the resort, how to magically present a dish while they are at their restaurant, and all that stuff. So we have tied up with a lot of schools. So this has been a regular affair with Delhi School of Magic to do workshops since the very beginning. But when we saw 2020, we decided that we started doing workshops online initially, but then that's when we decided to bring the entire format of Delhi School of Magic completely online. Rather than physically hosting any workshops, we started doing online courses, and we built an online platform, and then we started hosting online courses. So currently, if somebody wishes to learn the art, not just at a basic level but at a professional level also, can join our silver membership. That is basically the beginning membership of Delhi School of Magic, and get a hang of how not just how magic is done or mind reading is done, but also how a person like me utilizes the basic principle going till almost advanced principles of magic and mind reading inside the course. So you can actually learn enough from the very first membership only, that you can then go ahead and launch yourself as a performer within 3 months. So if somebody wishes to start earning and make a career out of it, whether part-time or full-time, they can actually do it just by signing up for silver membership and understanding not one but many principal techniques of magic and mind reading, and then go ahead and even launch themselves as a performer and start creating some extra income using the professional secrets of magic and mind reading. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's amazing, and you're doing really amazing work along with
Thank
your
you.
father. And definitely उनके साथ भी बात करके बहुत amazing experience होगा if I get an opportunity. But discussing like आपने यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा बहुत important point discuss किया है that by learning that particular art, if the people want, they can do it in part time or even they can make it full time. Because I'm into stock trading and investing, and मेरा same experience रहा है by dealing with the audience, because everybody feels like we can't do this as a full time, it's just part time thing and so on. So how do you actually deal with that situation, and how do you make people trust कि हाँ जो magic है, ये जो है, this is an art, so you can do this as a full time career as well?
Okay, the best way to make your audience understand the same is to bring them to my masterclass, where I break the myth of magic and mind reading, having magic and mind reading as a career option. I tell them what I have created and what a lot of other performers through Delhi School of Magic have created for themselves. That is the most simplest way. But in order to answer your question and help them right away, let me tell you that magic and mind reading is a part of event and entertainment industry. Just like doing courses is a part of ed tech industry.
Yep.
And just like doing mechanical job is a part of mechanical industry, or doing computer science is a part of IT industry. Since similarly, magic and mind reading is when you practice, when you start doing this professionally, you become a part of event and entertainment industry, which is close to about $1,500 billion market across the globe, which is what about above and beyond 11 lakhs crores of
Correct.
market across the globe. Only within India, it's about 50,000 to about 1 lakh crore market just in India. If I
That's
talk about
amazing.
Indian event industry, that's a huge market, a big potential. तो उन लोगों को जिनको ये लगता है कि मैजिक और माइंड रीडिंग करियर ऑप्शन, लोग क्या कहेंगे, देखो अगर लोग क्या कहेंगे तो उसका तो फिर कोई हल ही नहीं है. अगर आप अर्न कर रहे हो किसी और के लिए तो फिर आप बिल्कुल उस प्रोसेस में आ जाओगे, उस लूप में आ जाओगे कि सामने वाले क्या सोचेगा. अगर वो आपको आके घर पर खाना नहीं देके जा रहे हैं, आपको खुद ही अरेंज करना है अपनी फैमिली के लिए, then don't think about what others will think.
That's
Just
true.
start doing whatever you feel is good for you. Number one. Number two, when it comes to the opportunity, it is such a big opportunity, such a big scope. मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ साहिल, what do you do? What is your profession?
I'm into stock trading and investing. So yeah.
What do you think? How many people are there in your, forget about your city, tell me, where do you live exactly?
I'm from Dhule city,
Sorry?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Okay, let's talk about the entire state. What do you think? How many people are there in this particular trade of that you are in?
There are lakhs and crores of people, honestly.
How many engineers are there?
Not sure.
Again, thousands and lakhs of
Yes,
people.
absolutely true.
How many doctors? How many businessmen? How many videographers? How many singers? How many businessmen? How many shopkeepers? How many confectionery owners? How many people those are running chemist shop, pharmaceutical, n number of people.
Correct.
But if I tell you to give me top 10 names of magicians in Maharashtra.
Very less. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know them. Honestly.
Okay. So maybe you have a lack of knowledge, but even if you have knowledge, I'm sure that you will not be able to pull off top 5 names or top 3 names out of Maharashtra.
That's true. That's really true.
Forget about Maharashtra as a state. If I tell you, if I ask you this question, how many magicians do you know from your own city? I don't think that you will be able to get me a name.
Correct.
So the industry is so big, and magic and mind reading has gained a lot of popularity. People are consuming magic and mind reading videos like anything, but जो उसके अदर एंड पर हैं, जो परफॉर्मर्स हैं, वो बहुत ही कम है, बहुत ही माइक्रो लेवल पर परफॉर्मर्स हैं. ये आर्ट अभी तक बहुत ही कम लोगों के पास है. बहुत ही, मैं समझता हूँ हम लोग लकी हैं दैट इट्स विद मी बिकॉज ऑफ माय फादर. And if somebody can come into it, this is the correct time. Why? Because up going up till 2029, 2030, अगले और 6, 7, 8, 10 साल तक ये predicted as per रिसर्च बता रहा हूँ, जो हो सकता है उससे ज्यादा की भी हो.
Yep.
जितनी रिसर्च अभी हुई है उसके हिसाब से ये इंडस्ट्री एट एवरेज रेट ऑफ अबाउट 10 to 15% हर साल बढ़ रही है.
Wow.
इंडियन डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग्स पूरे वर्ल्ड में पिछले 5-6 साल में इतनी ज्यादा हो गई हैं कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को भी मेक इन इंडिया करने के बाद अभी वेड इन इंडिया अनाउंस करना पड़ा.
True.
दैट्स अ बिग न्यूज कि अगर एक देश का प्रधानमंत्री अपने देश के लोगों को ये रिक्वेस्ट करता है कि भैया आप अभी तक मेक इन इंडिया कर रहे थे, जो कि काफी हद तक सक्सेसफुल हुआ है, अब आप वेड इन इंडिया करो, क्योंकि उन्हें दिख रहा है कि ये बहुत बड़ी इंडस्ट्री इंडिया से बाहर जाकर डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग्स करती है और इंडिया से बाहर पैसा जा रहा है. और हमारे काफी सारे और कंट्रीज को इंडियन वेडिंग्स होस्ट करने का मौका मिल रहा है, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा पोटेंशियल है. तो इवेंट और एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री का एक बहुत छोटा पार्ट है इंडियन डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग्स, बाय द वे. सो आई एम अ पार्ट ऑफ इट, एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ परफॉर्मर्स लाइक मी हु चार्ज एक पर्टिकुलर अपीयरेंस, एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट करने के इतने पैसे ले लेते हैं जितने शायद किसी की मंथली सैलरी होती है. तो वो पूरे महीने में एक अच्छा क्वालिफाइड इंजीनियर डॉक्टर जितना कमाता है उतना वो एक इवेंट में कमा लेता है. तो जस्ट इमेजिन द काइंड ऑफ पोटेंशियल दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर इंडस्ट्री हैज. सो मैं इतने टाइम से इसको फुल टाइम प्रोफेशनली कर रहा हूँ, बट आई वेरी स्ट्रांगली एंड वेरी कन्विक्टिंग, मतलब बहुत ही कन्विक्शन से ये कह सकता हूँ और बहुत ही रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के साथ ये कह सकता हूँ कि ये बहुत ही ल्यूक्रेटिव प्रोफेशन है. हैविंग सेड दैट, डिस्क्लेमर ये है कि आप अगर आप मेहनती नहीं हो, अगर आप पूरी डेडिकेशन से, विलिंगनेस से इसको मास्टर नहीं करते, तो जाहिर सी बात है ये नहीं, कोई भी और प्रोफेशन भी आपके लिए नहीं बना है. यू विल हैव टू पुट इन लॉट ऑफ योर एफर्ट्स टू डू and to create what any successful performer has created for himself or herself. So yeah, that's what it is.
That's true. And talking about the money part, because आपने mention किया that whatever salaries like decent engineers or whatsoever do make, जो magicians हैं वो अपने एक appearance में ही charge कर सकते हैं based on their experience and their expertise also. So let's assume like I am learning from Delhi School of Magic and आपने बताया like 3 to 6 months, let's take for example 6 months का example लेते हैं. तो अगर मैं 6 months तक complete practice कर रहा हूँ, आई एम पुटिंग लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, आई एम लर्निंग एवरीथिंग एंड मुझे प्रॉपरली जो एक्सरसाइजेस हैं वो करने आ रहे हैं, एंड व्हाट्स द इनिशियल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी व्हिच वी कैन मेक एज अ मैजिशियन?
सो आपको 6 मंथ की जरूरत भी नहीं है. इफ यू आर रेडी टू डेडिकेट 100% of your time to magic, then within 3 months you will be able to actually, if you follow the principles that we explain in our silver membership, you will be able to launch yourself as a successful performer, and then you can then start offering your services for anything between 10,000 to 20,000 rupees per show.
Damn.
And then I also give a 10-step formula inside my course. If you go through that formula step by step, at the tenth step you will be able to decide the kind of money you will be able to charge right in the very beginning. That what price should you be charging? I have created a 10-step formula in my course. If you go through that formula, at the 10th step, at the very 10th step, you will know, okay, this is what I have to charge right now. So it is dependent on the demography of the place that you live in. It is also dependent on the size of and the kind of market that you have inside your city, because all of this is basically magic and mind reading is about going out and entertaining people in different restaurants, hotels, clubs, parties, events. So all of this is dependent on the kind of demography you live in, and depending on which I have created a generic formula through which once you go, and the kind of power that I give you inside the course, the kind of knowledge that I give you empowers you to actually charge a bare minimum of at least 10 to 15,000 rupees per show in the very beginning, provided you have that confidence, that persona which can demand this much. Because I can teach you the skill of how to perform and entertain people, but at the end it's you who has to carry that out and deliver it to the audience.
That's really true.
So very easy. And if you can demand this much, and if you can get this much, let me tell you, with the industry that we are in, that is event and entertainment industry, people, they thrive for good entertainment. They thrive for good experience when it comes to giving experience to their guests in an event, and they end up spending good amount of money in terms of hiring such artists if they get an opportunity. So कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि एक एवरेज सिटी की जब बाहर जाती है, तो एक रेस्टोरेंट के अंदर हो सकता है कि उन्हें दाल मखनी खाते वक्त बहुत महंगी लगे, क्योंकि वो एक रेगुलर एवरेज रेस्टोरेंट है, खाना अच्छा है, वो जाते हैं, पर वो कहते हैं यार ये बड़ा महंगा देता है. बट अगर वो एक ऐसे रेस्टोरेंट के अंदर जाते हैं जिसकी जो सिटी में आज से पहले कभी वैसा खुला ही नहीं था, बहुत ही फ्लैम्बॉइंग एम्बियंस है, बहुत अच्छा उसकी मार्केटिंग हो रखी है, बहुत अच्छा दिख रहा है, बहुत अच्छे वेलकम हो रहा है, बहुत अच्छा स्टाफ है, सब कुछ बहुत एक क्वालिटी आपको दिख रहा है, आप वहां बैठते हैं, तो अब आप वहां पर ये कंप्लेन नहीं करेंगे कि यार ये दाल मखनी 300 रुपए की क्यों है, मैं तो 80 रुपए में दाल मखनी खा लेता हूँ, या मैं 120 रुपए में खा लेता हूँ. तो अब आप, क्योंकि अब आप देख रहे हैं कि मेरे को एक बहुत ही क्वालिटी चीज मिल रही है, क्वालिटी एक्सपीरियंस मिल रहा है, so the same person ends up also spending 200, 250, 300 rupees for the same dal makhni. So it's about how that restaurant is presenting itself, and similarly the same person end up spending more. So एक बंदा जो शायद 50 रुपए खर्चेगा एक आइसक्रीम पे, बट जब वो एक आइसक्रीम पार्लर के अंदर जाता है बास्किन एंड रॉबिन्स की आइसक्रीम खाने के लिए, तो वो वहां पर 200 रुपए भी खर्च देता है सेम वनीला स्कूप के लिए.
Correct.
So it's about so it's not about the kind of market you sit in. It's certainly about that also, but at the end it's about giving your audience, your market, an option of experiencing that kind of a difference.
True.
So when you are able to do that, you will be easily able to demand this much in the very beginning, और आप easily मैं अगर conservative side पे भी आऊं तो एक आम इंजीनियर या एक इंजीनियर छोड़ दीजिए, एक आम व्यक्ति जो कि एक बेसिक ग्रेजुएशन करके बाहर आता है, वो 15, 20, 25, 30 हजार, 40 हजार की नौकरी करता है. एक ग्रेजुएटेड पर्सन, आई एम नॉट आस्किंग अबाउट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ स्पेशलाइज्ड पर्सन या कोई इंजीनियर या कोई डॉक्टर, ऐसा नहीं. एक ग्रेजुएटेड व्यक्ति भी 15 से 20 हजार रुपए की नौकरी करता है.
Correct.
In fact, there are people those who are working for as low as 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. If you end up learning such an art form, which is, and why you can earn this much is because you gain a skill. Number one, you gain a skill which is unique, and at the same time you gain a skill which is unique, which has a lot of scope.
Correct.
So having a skill is not enough. Having a skill which is unique is not enough. Having a skill which is unique, which is monetizable, is something that is a magical figure to have.
Correct.
So
That's really
मैं बहुत कंजर्वेटिव साइड पे भी बोलूँ तो you will end up doing about 3 to 5 shows in a month to begin with. At a amount of about 8-10 grand, you will be able to create about 40 to 50 grand easily.
correct.
And yeah, and there are a lot of, and this is when you end up becoming a person who does close up magic, because my course particularly empowers you to become a close up magician. By close up magician I mean somebody who entertains, who's not a birthday party magician, who doesn't entertain kids. He goes out there to entertain adults, who doesn't perform standing on a platform or on a stage by setting up his prop on table. He just goes out with a simple deck of cards in his hand, 52 cards, and he just approaches person personally, group to group, person to person, table to table, in a party, going from one place to the other, roaming around and doing magic. This is called close up magician, who performs right up close to you without having some sort of a special assistant or a costume or a stage or a light. There's nothing required. So you become a close up magician. Even if you become a birthday party magician, that kind of a performer also can create anywhere between 25, 30,000 rupees to a 50,000 rupees in the beginning, if they do things right, if they know how to crack the code of being a successful performer in a commercial market. So that's what it is.
amazing.
There are many performers, those who are able to create such a wealth even after learning from Delhi School of Magic, or even if they haven't learned it from Delhi School of Magic, those who are professionally working out there, they earn way beyond what I'm explaining right now. Having said that, there are performers those who are not even able to meet ends being in the art. And there are people those who are, and why they are not able to do this, because in every profession there are different kind of people, there are all kind of people. So some people are able to successfully crack the code, some people they end up not being able to do so much कि वो अपना livelihood इस art से निकाल लें. तो काफी सारे ऐसे सिंगर्स भी हैं जो लाखों करोड़ों रुपए बॉम्बे में बड़े बड़े घर बना लेते हैं सिंगिंग से, और काफी सारे ऐसे भी लोग हैं जिनके पास सिंगिंग प्रैक्टिस करने के बाद भी शोज भी नहीं है और वो ना कमा पाते. सेम गोज विद एवरी प्रोफेशन. But the kind of knowledge that I give you inside the course is not just to teach you certain techniques. When I say that you will be able to launch yourself, that means I give you that kind of experience, that kind of knowledge, which can actually make you a successful performer. So I give you all my marketing techniques. I give you all my pricing blueprint, how I market, how a professional performer should market himself, and how you need to package your profile, how you need to pitch your profile. All that stuff is explained coming out of all the 16 years of experience that I have inside my course. Yeah.
Okay, so initially यहाँ से हम लोग start करते हैं. Like let's take for example 40 to 50K is what we can actually get paid once we are getting, like once we are doing a lot of hard work and we are putting complete efforts into this. जो भी rules आपने बताए हैं वो completely follow कर रहे हैं. But for the people like you are already having 16 years of experience as you mentioned right now, तो वहां तक पहुंचने के बाद what's the scale? What's the amount of money which we can ideally make per month?
Okay, that is very subjective. You, by the way, मेरे को जहां तक पहुंचने में 16 साल लगे हैं,
हाँ.
ये जरूरी नहीं है कि किसी और को भी 16 साल लगे, because now the learning curve is very short. In fact, the kind of knowledge that we give inside Delhi School of Magic courses, पहले यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए कोई भी म्यूजिशियन ऐसे ही आपको अपनी नॉलेज नहीं देता था. पहले वो आपको इतनी जल्दी एक्सपोजर नहीं देता था इन सब चीज़ों का. अगर आप सीखना भी चाहते थे तो probably they tell you that you first go through a grind of learning by yourself for about 2-3 years and then come back to us once you start knowing things. And पर अब वो सारी चीजें शॉर्ट हो चुकी हैं. अब
That's true.
जो जर्नी 2-3-4 साल की थी वो 3 महीने में हम लोग शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो जो लोग हमारे पास 10-15 साल पहले आए थे उनको लिटरली 2-3-4 साल लगे थे अपने आप को एज अ परफॉर्मर बनाने में. But now we claim that you will be able to actually create that kind of a performer persona in what, less than 3 to 4 months if you dedicatedly do it. And then you start, when you start performing, then also you keep on learning, you keep on gaining a lot of experience, and then you start evolving. So for a person who will end up spending, let's say, about 3 to 5 years, अगर आप इस आर्ट को प्रोफेशनली देते हैं, पार्ट टाइम और फुल टाइम, टोटली योर कॉल, you will be very easily be able to create a wealth of about anywhere between some people are able to create a wealth of between 50,000 to about a lakh. Some people are able to create a wealth of about 1 lakh to about 2 lakhs, and some are even able to create above and beyond 3 to 4 lakhs per month.
Okay.
So yeah, and if I talk about the ultra successful performers in the world of magic, if you Google the best illusionist across the world, his name is David Copperfield. One of the very biggest name in the world of magic is Franz Harare. They have created biggest of the biggest level Broadway theaters around magic, and they have earned enough कि वो अपना खुद का आइलैंड भी खरीद सकते हैं अमेरिका में. So that's the kind of wealth they have generated. They have their own shows work going on in Las Vegas, biggest of the biggest theaters. तो इसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं है. कहने का मतलब आप कितना एम्बिशियसली ड्रीम कर सकते हैं बड़ा, और क्या इसके अंदर कर सकते हैं उसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं है. यू कैन, देर आर डिफरेंट sources through which you can earn in magic. One is by performing for your audience. Second is by creating and inventing magic.
Okay.
So there are a lot of magicians who create and invent magic for fellow magician performers, which is a very big market within the world of magic, within the world of magicians only. तो जब आप कुछ create करते हैं तो काफी सारे magicians उसको आपसे buy करते हैं. If you create it for selling it in the market,
Yeah.
there is a way of earning through teaching in magic. So Delhi School of Magic is using that other source of income also. So we this is our source of income. When we teach, we gain a lot of income. So different ways in magic. You can create performances by performing as a freelancer in different events, whether it is private events, family events, birthday parties, or you can do school shows, you can do corporate events, company shows, or at the end you can also host your own show in a theater and sell tickets. So a lot of things can be done. There are different ways through which all of this done. Once again, disclaimer: a lot of these things comes only when you have a lot of experience. You do the maths right. You put a lot of things. There are a lot of pieces to the puzzle that, when put rightly together, that's when you become successful. So it's not that he sources हैं और आप सब कुछ कर सकते हो. इसके पीछे काफी कुछ नॉलेज है, काफी कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट होता है, काफी एक्सपीरियंस होता है, तब जाके आप वहां तक पहुंचते हो. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, magic and mind reading is certainly a very big opportunity, a nice career, if somebody wants to explore the side of performing art and coming inside the event and entertainment industry. Yeah.
That's cool. So magic की बहुत बात कर रहे हैं. So now it's the magic time, TRK special, and what's gonna come up next?
Absolutely. Let's do something that can also define, again, in a very simple way, what magic is.
True.
Because you were finding it a little difficult to understand that what is real and what is not. So let me just quickly give you a little example of the entire thing. So I am holding right now a deck of cards, and that is what you can see right now in front of your own eyes.
Yes.
Just acknowledge, can you see the entire deck?
Yes.
Can you
52
see
cards.
every card, every
Yes.
card inside, right?
Yes.
52 cards inside. So what if I tell you that this entire deck is basically not more than an illusion in front of your eyes?
Okay.
Okay. By that I mean that every card that you see here,
Mm-hmm.
for example, the ace, right?
Yep.
A person like me might tell you that he's going to show you magic, but in actual, this is not magic, but this is a certain illusion for your eyes.
Okay.
So you just saw a card which was there, but now it's not there.
True.
What if I tell you that this card is not the only illusion? Actually, the entire deck
Oh
is an
my God.
illusion. Every single card that you see inside the deck is basically a blank card. Every single card that you see is a blank card. So that's what it is. And hold on. Uh, can you see the back of my deck?
Yes.
What do you think is the color of this deck?
Blue.
So, Sahil, the color that you see is blue, but to a lot of people, it might appear as dark blue, gray, or something of that sort. As you can see, every card inside the deck is a blue color card.
Yes.
But can you right now think of a color? Think of a flower, of any flower for me. Any flower. Just say any flower.
Okay. So hibiscus.
Oh, that's something which is totally random. I can never think of it.
Yep.
That's amazing. Do you understand the fragrance uh, of that little flower?
Yes. Yes.
You understand that?
Yep.
You have a feel of the fragrance. What all colors do you think hibiscus can be in? I
Uh,
think the hibiscus comes in multiple colors.
yes. I've mostly seen in red. So red and
Mostly seen in
sort of
red,
pink.
but you've mostly seen in red.
Yes.
The color that you hear, the color that you see here is blue.
Yes.
And this is all random. This is not a setup. You would have said sunflower also, which is yellow. You would
Yes.
have said lily also, which is majorly white and pink,
Yes.
right? With nothing else in my hands, a deck of entirely deck of blue cards. Watch this very closely. In your mind, imagine that you're watching the color of hibiscus right now on
Okay.
my deck. Can you still see the color blue?
Yes. Okay. And this is for the overall deck.
That's a good question. Let's check. Let's check whether all
Oh
the
my
other
God.
cards are red or not. Every single card that you see here is. Let's do something around mind reading. That was me showing you some sort of an illusion.
Yep.
You understand a deck of cards, right?
Yes.
So let me put the entire card inside a box. All the cards inside the box. And imagine I have reprinted them. So they were blank, but I have kind of reprinted the entire deck. And I'm holding the deck in my hand right now.
Yep.
Uh, I will make sure that this deck doesn't go outside this window that you see right here.
Yes.
It won't go out anywhere out from there. So, brother, give me a color out of red and black. Any one.
I'll go for red. Yep.
We'll go for red. Are you sure about it?
Yes.
Okay, so out of red, you have two choices now, hearts or diamonds, because that's the two suits that we have in a deck of card when you talk about red cards.
Yeah. So I'll go for diamonds.
It is becoming very obvious for me, but that's okay. Diamonds. Now, out of all the 13 values that you have inside diamonds, starting from ace, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king. Which one do you want to go for?
7.
The 7 of diamonds. Is there any way for me to know that you're going to say 7 of diamonds?
No.
Now imagine a shuffled deck of cards. You have a deck of cards right in front of your eyes. And you spot the 7 of diamonds somewhere from the middle. You take that card out from the deck. You turn it upside down. Okay.
Yep.
And then you push it back somewhere inside the deck.
Perfect.
Somewhere in the middle or somewhere in the starting, maybe.
Correct.
Maybe in the starting, right? Somewhere there inside. And that's the only card which is lying face down, and rest all the other cards are facing up.
Correct.
This is in your imagination right now.
Yes.
Sahil, would you believe me if I tell you that, in fact, when I told you that I have taken this deck in my hand, I actually did this. Even before asking this question, I took out a card from the deck. I would just put it, I made it face down so that I cannot see it. or you cannot see it, and then I pushed it back inside the pack. That means there is only one card and only one card in my deck which is facing down. Rest all the other cards are facing up. Would you
Okay.
believe me if I tell you that card is 7 of diamonds?
Yep. I would believe in you. Yep.
Okay, in that case, let me make you believe by showing it to you. So the entire deck is right now. I'm going to take that out. Can you see? Is there anything inside the pack, inside the
All
box?
clear. Empty. Yep.
Empty. I'll keep it aside. So this is not the 7 of diamonds. This is 6 of diamonds. You said the 7 of diamonds. Let me show you that all the cards are facing up. Can you see all the cards are facing up?
Yes.
Except for one somewhere there in the middle.
Huh?
Rest all of them are facing up except one card which you cannot see right now.
Yes.
You said the 7 of diamonds. That's the 7 of diamonds.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
Yes.
Got it? Let me put it right here. Thanks. So basically, what we do is somewhere or the other derived out of the art of influencing your mind to think of certain thing while we talk to you.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what it is, and that's the kind of illusion that we create for our audience when we tell them that, okay, yes, we are ready to show you something, or we are ready to read your mind.
Okay. So a quick question. Although, like, if your you can consider the rules of magic do answer this. Like, जब आपने ये magic किया, like, you just you can consider आपने एक card उल्टा करके रख दिया, and you just mentioned like pick any one of these 52 cards. तो initially was that the same card या फिर it was just which happened through your art after me telling the actual number?
Yeah, so it was that card only,
Okay.
and I kind of, so mind reading is basically the other way around. It's basically me suggesting you certain things in certain way that I square you down to that card which I need.
Okay.
If that would not have been a 7 of diamonds, I would have failed.
Okay. Okay.
And then probably I'll have to take a backup which I have prepared for it, so that I can then lead you to a place wherein I justify you that, okay, that's the 7 of diamonds only.
Okay. And what was the backup?
I will never tell you that. Because if tomorrow
Okay.
if I do something and I fail, probably I know that I have failed, but then I will gradually take you to that position.
Cool. So anything else which you would like to share in the form of your art?
In the form of my act. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sahil. So I want you to, in your mind right now, think of a number between 1 and 10, a single digit number.
Single digit number. Okay. Yep.
In your mind.
Yep.
Now multiply that number in your mind by 2.
Done.
Now whatever result you have, add 8 to it in your mind. 8.
Okay, done.
Now make it whatever final number you have, now make it half.
Done.
Now do you remember the original number that you selected?
Yes.
Subtract that original number from this final result.
Okay. Done.
So I'm assuming that you are at a single digit number right now somewhere.
Yes.
Now associate this particular single digit number to a alphabet. So suppose if you are at 1, then associate 1 with A.
Okay.
If you are at 2, associate it with B. If you are at
Done.
3, similarly, whatever number you have, just associate it with that alphabet.
Yeah. Done.
Can you do that for me?
Yep.
Now with this alphabet, think of a name of a country.
Done.
You thinking of it?
Okay. Country or a city?
Preferably a country, not a city.
Done. 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 Yep.
Okay, you've done that?
Yep.
Now, with the spelling of this country, the last alphabet of this country, can you think of a Indian city?
Yeah. Done.
or an Indian state?
Yeah.
Preferably an Indian state.
Okay, done. State also done.
You have a state in your mind?
Yes.
With the last alphabet of this state,
Hmm.
think of an insect name. Name of an insect.
Done.
Oh, that was really quick. Insects are very tough, but you were really quick. That's okay. So you have an insect name in your mind right now.
Yes.
With the last alphabet of this insect name that you have, you can land upon anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of a mentalist name?
Oh my God. That's you. That's really true.
So I kind of manipulated your mind in many ways right now.
That's true.
So what happened? What mentalist were you thinking of for the
I was thinking
audience?
about you.
You were thinking about me.
Yeah, because the
And
insect name
that's
was
the magic.
ant. The insect
Hmm.
name was ant, and the last was T.
And you know what? Everybody who will be watching this video will, if they are trying to catch up with what I'm suggesting you, they will also end up thinking of Tushar only.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's amazing. And that was the magic time for this podcast. And now looking forward for the very last, like, subjective question of this podcast, because I have seen your stories and you are too much into traveling as well. So is your traveling is your hobby? Like, because traveling, it's like your everyday thing, almost everyday thing. So do you love traveling, or do you have to travel just because of your work?
Okay, so
Or have you
I
started loving traveling?
first of all I love traveling.
Yep.
I got lucky to have to be in such a profession that gives me an opportunity almost every other day to travel to different places, not just to places, different cities, sometimes different countries,
Mm-hmm.
and I love traveling. And secondly, my job also gives me this opportunity to travel. So a lot of people, a lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my relatives, my neighbors, sometimes they ask me this question that Tushar, तुम थक नहीं जाते यार हर दिन ट्रैवल करते हो
Correct.
इधर जाना होता तो जाना नींद नहीं पूरी होती. I tell them, dude, if given a chance, I would travel every other day. Like
Oh my God.
that's how it is. I never get tired of traveling. I would love to spend my nights in the flight. I would love to spend my mornings in the flight. क्योंकि एक आर्टिस्ट के लिए उससे बड़ी खुशी कोई नहीं होती जब I know that I'm going tonight up to a place. I'm going today to a place wherein I will meet a lot of new people, and I will be the reason for their happiness, for their smile, for their amazement. The kind of satisfaction that I get when people come to me, appreciate me, hug me, hold my hand, want to get pictures, and want to appreciate of about the impact that I have created in those 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever time I get to perform on stage. That feedback that I get is the real learning, and I crave for that feedback. I crave for such events. I crave for such opportunities, and hence I love traveling to places, because the ultimate reason is not that, yeah, I definitely get to see a lot of fancy places, experience a lot of new hotels, get to eat a lot of good food. ये सब उसका बाय प्रोडक्ट है, बट जो अल्टीमेट किक है वो ये है कि आज मुझे एक नई ऑडियंस को mesmerize करने का मौका मिलेगा, and that audience will feel something that they have never felt it before, and that's the real reason why I love traveling, probably.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And with that, the very last round of this podcast, we are doing this for the very first time, and that is our rapid fire round. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So, you're from Delhi. So, what's your favorite food?
I'm from Delhi. My favorite food is chole kulche.
Except that, what's the other food? Out of Delhi.
Out of Delhi, that is by all means, that is Maharashtrian poha.
Amazing.
And I also love eating idli and dosa.
Amazing.
Specifically, podi idli
Mhm.
and 30 idli and podi idli, and I also love appam, appam with vegetable stew.
Amazing. Second is your favorite color and why?
I love green. I don't know, for some reason. though I have very less things in green, I have very less attires, very less green in my wardrobe or green. Like I do not have much things which are green around me, but for some reason I love the color green. Why? Because brings a lot of soothness. It gives me something different to see. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I have an inclination towards green, but when it comes to clothes, I wear a lot of blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite place, top three favorite place where you have visited so far?
Okay, top three favorite place. I've never really marked some place as my favorite, but let me give it a try.
But if
Which
given a
place can I?
chance.
If given a chance, I might just say Gulmarg. I recently got this opportunity last year, I think. Not recently. Last year, I got the opportunity of visiting Kashmir, so I went to Gulmarg. It is one of my most favorite places. Then you can say Leh Ladakh.
Okay.
I went in 2018 or 19. It was a mesmerizing place, Leh Ladakh and Gulmarg. And then you can take it as Goa. Goa being a beachy place. Yeah.
Perfect. Top three wish list traveling places.
Wish list.
Yep.
Okay. I would definitely love to go to Las Vegas. That's a dream place. I've never been to Las Vegas. I would love to go to um, uh, some parts of uh, 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 I've never been to the east of India, so I would
Okay.
love to explore that side of India, which is Assam, Mizoram, Agartala, Nagaland, all that part, Manipur, all
Like
that
Seven
side of
Sisters, what we call.
exactly Seven Sister, the east side of India. I've never been there. I've just been up till Guwahati and up till some particular states over there, which are like neighboring to UP, Nepal,
Yeah.
and I've been yeah east of India. I think is something that I would love to explore.
And the last one?
And the last one, what can this be? The city that the place where I want to be.
Where?
Okay, I've never been to Ooty. I think
Okay. Perfect.
सुना बहुत है, but कभी गए नहीं है. So
Take
that
care.
can be one.
Yeah. And with all the due diligence, with your married life as well, this is the question just for fun. Who's your favorite actress?
My favorite actress. My favorite actress will be uh, in terms of appearance
Hmm?
will be Dia Mirza.
Okay.
In terms of acting, it will be favorite actress. In terms of acting, it can be okay. It can be Alia Bhatt because the different variety of roles that she has done
Mm-hmm.
is probably the reason why. Because I'm telling Alia Bhatt, and Dia Mirza is because the kind of appearance that she carry, very simple yet elegant, and yeah, that's what.
Yeah. Last three questions in this one rapid fire round. So very tricky. If given a chance to marry for the second time, whom would you marry in terms of actresses?
Okay, okay. If given a chance, even for the second time, I will marry my wife, brother.
No, like
I will make him a Bollywood actress and then marry her.
perfect, perfect, perfect. So if not a magician, what else?
Singer, 100% a singer.
And what if not
Mm.
even a singer? What next?
Must be an anchor, a motivational speaker, something of that sort. Something which is directly related to performing art, and something which is directly related to being on stage and entertaining or motivating people. Because
Amazing.
I
So it's
think
like,
stage is my home. Yeah,
yeah. So it's like creating an impact in a positive manner, plus mesmerizing people and like uplifting them with their energy and positivity. Amazing.
100%.
And top three aspirational materialistic goals.
Aspirational materialistic goals. Okay. I materialistic. Okay. Let's say one is to have a home which kind of gives me access to a beautiful meditation room, a beautiful theater, a small pool, all that stuff inside a home. A
Perfect.
nice good car, it can be any car, a nice luxurious car, any good car would suffice the purpose. I do not have I initially used to have a lot of goals around having some sort of a very fancy BMW or a Mercedes, but right now I'm in a state of mind wherein any good car is good, which can sufficiently carry my entire family together. Maybe
Mhm.
I would love to have a kind of a caravan which can have my entire family fit in, my kids, my parents, and then
Yep,
we go on a vacation. I think that will be a fantastic materialistic goal to have.
that's true.
Uh,
And the third
yeah,
one?
the third one, what can that be? यार मटेरियलिस्टिकली इतना ज्यादा कभी सोचा नहीं, मतलब घर भी मैंने बोल दिया, दो वी आर ब्लेस्ड विद अ गुड होम as of now. Yeah, caravan is something that I would love to have for my family materialistically. And what else? Materialistically, maybe uh, a better system for myself,
Okay.
wherein wherein I cannot have wherein I should not have any sort of glitch, a good power backup, a good system, a Mac setup with what 2 terabytes of Wi-Fi speed. That even America doesn't have, something which is supercomputer, so that I can do my sessions and talk to you very easily.
Yeah, that would be perfect. And with that, the very last question of this podcast is any life advice which you would like to give to our audience, because आपने बहुत कुछ देखा है लाइफ में and you have seen lot of people crying happily, and you've also seen people like uplifting themselves. You have also seen people just getting amazed just with your art and with your magic and your science, whatever you call. But what would be the advice which you would like to give to our audience, like a specific life advice?
Okay. Um, One life advice that I would like to give to the audience is that my father always says that अगर संबंध है तो सब है, पर अगर संबंध नहीं तो सब बंद. So he very strongly believes that making relationships and creating relationships is very important. And संबंध बना के रखिए हर एक से. And this is one thing that I have learned from him. And then I would like to also tell, and why in today's days and age creating relationships is more important, because any which ways we are away from the physical world, we are so much into digital world that relationships are now costing very low to us. We
True.
do not care about relationships, whether it forget about making relationships with somebody outside our home. We don't even care to have good relationships with our own parents, with our own brothers, sisters, with our own family members. So that's one thing that will take us far, because really doesn't matter whether you build a very big business, you mint multiple crores. If you do not have people around to celebrate that success, probably you will lose on creating those multiple crores for you. So build relationships, good value good relationships. And whether it's only 3 4 friends, 2 friends, but mm, mm, give them value enough so that they remain in your touch, you stay connected with them, and you actually can make life out of those relationships whenever needed. One. Number two is the idea of implementing anything which you feel is right for you. So if today you feel something is right for you and you should do it, and that is the way forward for you. If you are thinking that okay, I think I should do this, then don't think about it, just implement it. Just take action, take massive action. And that's what I've learned from our digital mentor,
Yeah.
Siddharth, because he says that don't try to uh, go after perfectionism. Always try to immediately implement things, so that you never know whether what kind of result are you going to get once you act. Once you act, you might understand, okay, this is the right piece of cake for me, or maybe you find something else which which was actually waiting for you to take action, and then you found something totally new, and that's when you decide, okay, to change it, and then start it all over again and take new action and build it all over again. So whenever you take action, you end up getting a lot of new things out of your own journey. So taking action is very important rather than just thinking of it. So that's another life advice that I would like to give. Yeah.
All right. So first was on relationship and second was on taking action. And this was our podcast, TRK. I hope you enjoyed. And thank you so much
Absolutely.
for making our time actually in the form of valuetainment, because you also entertained me and our audience and also
Thank you.
made us mesmerized with your art. And once again, thank you so much for being on our podcast show. And definitely I feel आपके पापा से बात करके भी बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. And honestly, it is a blessing for me to get in touch with you. And I don't know what happened in that event, but we will stay in touch. And thank you so much. And definitely we will take part 2 of this, where we will discuss about life of a magician and बहुत सारे technical aspects भी लेंगे and back end of what it takes to be a magician and everything else around that. And once again, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Sahil, for having me and for choosing me to be on this wonderful podcast. To all the people who are watching you and this podcast, I think, Sahil, you're doing a great job of bringing people on this lovely channel of yours and then giving them knowledge. Hats off to you. Thank you so much once again for having me.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
So this was today's episode on magic and mind reading with Tushar Raj Kumar sir. और उसी के साथ जो भी आपके टेकअवेज हैं, जो भी आपका एक्सप्रेशन है आफ्टर वॉचिंग दिस पॉडकास्ट, डू शेयर बिलो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. और साथ ही साथ अगर आपको तुषार राजकुमार सर से कनेक्ट होना है तो उनके सारे सोशल मीडिया लिंक्स डिस्क्रिप्शन सेक्शन में दिए हुए हैं. और साथ ही साथ अपना प्यार बरसाएं कमेंट सेक्शन, और इस पॉडकास्ट को जितना हो सके उतना शेयर कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. और इसी तरीके से हम लोग इसका पार्ट 2 भी लाएंगे और दूसरे गेस्ट भी लाएंगे, जिससे आपका लाइफ जो है वो बेस्ट पॉसिबल वे में फ्लरिश हो और साथ ही साथ आप एक बड़ा डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर सकें. एंड आई लुक फॉरवर्ड टू सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.